What's up, guys? My name's Cody,
My name's Bowen.
and we're the Land Brothers. And this is Split Decisions, the fight show. So we are going to give you our take on UFC 330. And we're going to talk about the main event. Ian Garry versus Islam Makhachev.
Yeah.
First off, what are your takes on both opponents?
Well, we always know Islam, them Dagestanis, they're dominant. They wrestle. Islam, I think, better than his predecessor though. He can strike way better than Khabib, in my opinion. Khabib started picking it up there towards the end of his career, but Islam's sneaky with his striking, but always has that Dagestani wrestling behind him. Ian has some tough opponents. His last four fights, he's won three of them, and Belil, Pratt, MVP, lost against Rachmanov. Uh, has some credential fights, but he's got a lot of work ahead of him.
Yeah. My biggest thing with Islam is we're not looking at it like it being a Khabib 2.0 where it's just, that it's just pressure fighting into catch wrestling. Like, he's very good with his striking, putting people kind of on their back heels. And that's where he gets his, dragging people down into the depths off of the cage and using catch wrestling and chain wrestling to get his positions. He's kind of becoming more of a mixed martial artist. So I think, in my opinion, he's the most deadly out of the two of them. With Ian Garry, he's lengthy and uses his leg strikes a lot. And very well with his jab in a way. But my biggest thing, that's kind of the question, is how good is the using his length going to be as somebody that's all about getting in close and pressure fighting. And then
Yeah,
I think my biggest thing too with everything, and I kind of talked to you about this before we started this, is some of the stuff that's going outside of the cage. Just with in general that people don't see. Ian Garry's having trouble with his family. His brother kind of posted about him, kind of shaming him for having a victim mentality, and kind of complained about his attitude. And then I do know it was a couple of years ago. On top of all of that, there's still some kind of nonsense, and it could be just getting hyped back up because he's fighting in the main event, but he was getting beat up on by a PFL fighter at the, Cliff HQ gym. So Michael Chandler's gym. And the PFL fighter was kind of tuning him up a little bit and taking him down quite a bit was part of the problem too. So it makes me concerned about how well he's going to be able to stop Islam's wrestling.
yeah. I mean, you look at, like I said, his last four fights. The only wrestler was Belil, and I mean, even if you watch Belil's last fight, Belil wasn't even trying to take. I don't even remember who he fought. Wasn't even trying to take him down. So Belil has kind of even gone away from wrestling, and I mean, Ian was doing good on defending takedowns and stuff with Belil, but I don't. I mean, like I said, look at his last four fights. He's not really had any competitive grappling opponents. People who are dominant on ground, even jiu-jitsu, if you want to go that way. Pratt's, MVP, Rachmanov, all strikers. So, I mean, he's got that going against him. And kind of like what you were saying, Ian's got to use his length. He's got to move. When I was watching these, what I thought when I was watching both fighters, he's got to have like a Cody no love moment versus Dominic Cruz getting the belt, where he's just perfect in every way to get that. You know what I mean? I feel like watching Islam, the closest person who's gotten to really beat him is Dustin. And the way Dustin did that is he tied him up in the clinch. and was beating him up in the clinch. Ian can't do that because then he's shutting his own game down. He's got to use his length, got to use kicks, peppering him, move, move.
Yeah, the rough thing is too is Islam actually has a pretty good reach as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they both manage distance. I think, in my opinion, the better of the two is Islam, and he's my pick for that one. And I think it's just because of the fact of not only stylistically does his style work really well, but he's also just very pressure fighter and has good distance management. And I just think that he's got it in the bag, in my opinion.
I agree. I mean, we know. I mean, we see time and time again with these Dagestanis. You're gonna get taken down. Ian's just got to stay on his feet as long as possible, and when he gets taken down, when he's got to get back up, use the cage, whatever it takes. Yeah, he's got to pepper that whole time move, cut his ankles. He can't have get the Dagestani handcuff. Can't get that on him. He's got to
All
get
right,
up.
guys, let's hear it in the comment section. Who do you think is going to win and how?
Make sure you guys like and subscribe.